All right, fuck it.
Boy,
Thank heavens.
I was gonna be here.
I couldn't wait anymore, man.
So much light.
It is
Nice.
it's very lightful in there.
What is going on?
So,
What up?
Jim Cornette's in Global Force.
Is he?
Yep. Big debut.
Wow.
Oh, good Bill's here just in time. Just started. Yeah. Jim Cornette made his debut tonight, firing Bruce Pritchard. And becoming the new, I guess, GM, for lack of a better term. Tonight was supposed to be the title match between Low Key and Del Rio. But they stripped Del Rio of the title
Right.
because of the stage thing. And
What up?
the show opened with Bruce Pritchard coming out and saying, all right, we're just going to give the title to Lashley because he was champion previously.
Right.
And then Cornette came out and said, no, we don't just hand out championships. You're fired. We're going to have a 20-man gauntlet next week to determine the champion. Now, keep in mind, this was the scheduled main event for months of build for Destination X. Is now at the window for a gauntlet next week. So LAX comes out, and they're like, hey, Low Key should be the champ, clearly. And he's like, the best I can do is put you in the gauntlet. And instantly, I'm just like, Jim Cornette would fucking hate this booking. Like this is what he would shit on his show, and he's doing it.
What if he's literally doing it to shit on his show? Like, what if it's like a double work?
Now, he has, in the last few months, appeared on WWE television.
Yep.
Made good with them. Shit on Anthem for how they've handled the Broken Hardy situation, and said it's too little too late to change their name. And now he's employed by him again.
I mean, you got to make money.
So, I mean, clearly it's because he's best buds with Dutch and Jeff Jarrett. But it's like, come on, man. Like, people, your whole show is based on how much you hate shit. And this is company in particular, and now you're there again. Like, he's going to have to censor himself. He can't talk shit anymore.
What if he does?
He probably can. He probably will.
That's part of his charm.
When have you ever heard of Jim Cornette censoring himself?
Yeah.
Other than Hall of Fame speeches.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's big news, right? Petey Williams came back too, and
I've missed the Canadian Destroyer in my life.
Taryn Terrell, but who cares? I only know all this because I just read the results real quick, by the way. I did not watch.
I'm positive you watched it.
It was on tape delay. Like, it's not even a full, like, they couldn't go live with it, so they delayed it by like a couple hours.
Yeah. I just feel like, all right, so Low Key's not a main eventer? All right. Like, I mean, he's better off since he wrestles in that suit now, but.
I mean, I never thought he was a main eventer, but that's just me.
Ring of Honor, he was a main eventer.
That's not a main eventer.
In a lull period.
It's not a main eventer. Just going to say that.
Samoa Joe, Danielson, Punk, Nigel.
Was he main eventing during those? Nigel's not a main eventer. Nigel's not a main eventer. He's not. No, don't do that face. He's not.
He had that main event feud with Angle in TNA.
Just because people put someone in a main event doesn't mean that they're a main eventer.
Michael Cole was in a main event.
I don't know. I think Nigel was a main eventer. But if Nigel went to WWE, he would have been a main eventer.
No,
Daniel Bryan has said he would have been bigger than him.
No, he wouldn't.
Too British?
He would have been Cesaro.
Less than.
Right.
Not even less than.
Cesaro was never big on the indies as Nigel.
No, I'm saying that's what the character would have been.
He would have been more Fandango than Cesaro.
They would have thrown him straight into comedy.
In other big news, speaking of, Southpaw returns tomorrow.
Does it?
Yep.
Can't wait.
That's exciting.
Where can I see season 1?
YouTube.
The internet.
Straight to YouTube.
Yeah.
They didn't put it on the network yet?
It was a straight to Laserdisc.
Ooh. I have a Laserdisc player somewhere.
And then I guess we could just go over the shit that happened on TV this week so we could kill time till Brian gets here to do picks and we can talk about the end of the G1.
Yeah. I'm also so excited Andy's here.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he did say that if he came this week, it would be later. So.
I just miss him, and I'm saddened by his absence.
Yeah. Aura Rasa said she'd be here too, and we're just as sad.
Is Trix in here? What's up, Trix?
What's up, Trix?
So,
Trix number one. Trix number one. Gender number one.
anything unexpected happen on WWE TV this week? Anyone wants to talk about?
I want to talk about Corbin, that piece of shit, that giant piece of fuck.
The thing that I saw this week was I watched 205 Live.
Ooh.
So that was unexpected.
That Titus celebration bit could have been a little more, a little less disjointed. It seemed like they were just like, go out there and make a bunch of shit up, guys. We'll send Neville out when it's time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That'll be your cue. So, yeah, Baron Corbin cashed in.
No. That's not the story here. The story is Baron Corbin took his shirt off on TV again for the first time in months.
You can't say he took it off again. You can't say that. But, yeah, no, fuck that guy. Does this start his burial? Does he physically? No.
I read 2 articles that he has like severe heat for a lot of like his Twitter rants and stuff that he's been going on, including like calling out Dave Meltzer and saying like, like how could this guy have an opinion when he's never like taken a bump? And then Meltzer's reply on Twitter was like, like be careful what you say. Like how about your boss until like the late 90s? I guess he didn't have an opinion on wrestling until after that.
Yeah.
So, and then he apparently called out a veteran. It was some like it made like I don't know exactly what happened, but like it called out a guy making fun of him, and the guy was like, "Yeah, well, like Vince McMahon didn't think I was a loser." A picture of him like in uniform next to Vince McMahon, and he had to apologize and thank him for his service. So,
to be fair, I'm okay with heels being heels on Twitter. Like,
I'm okay with heels being heels. I'm also okay with Baron Corbin getting thrashed on.
Like, Kevin Owens is a prick on Twitter, and it's funny, which Baron Corbin is not necessarily, but it works because Kevin Owens' character is that he's a piece of shit. Like,
no, but he's like an over honest. He's not like attacking people like that.
Corbin comes off as someone who doesn't know how to argue with someone, so
right.
But I mean, who's to say he would do that if he was a face? Maybe it's him thinking he's healing people.
Yeah, you don't heal on people that are considered smarky because then you just come off like a jackass.
Well, the Meltzer thing was a problem because it's like, dude, like he knows more about wrestling than you.
Right.
like it doesn't matter that you're a wrestler. You'll never know as much about what you do as Dave Meltzer does.
It's like going off on Sam Roberts. It's like, what's it going to get you?
But even that, like, I'd be like, yeah, you do know more about wrestling than Sam Roberts. But like,
I don't know. I don't think he does.
This is an insult about Corbin, not putting Sam on a pedestal, right?
It's 100%.
Because I've been listening to Sam since he was fucking 18, and he does not know that much about wrestling.
I still don't think that Corbin knows much about wrestling. I think he knows how to do moves. I think beyond that, he knows nothing about wrestling.
I liked his matches with AJ. That triple threat they had on SmackDown. I like his matches where someone can carry him.
Okay, again, that doesn't mean that he knows anything
No.
about what's going on.
The problem with Baron Corbin was he's a big dude who should clearly Vince would want to be a main event heel. And he wasn't ready to come up yet, but he had been in NXT too long to not go anywhere but up or be released. So it was just like, all right, we'll throw him up.
Do you think it's weird that Vince has a hard-on for people that would have been great 10 years ago? Like Corbin's look would have been great in the 90s or like 20 years ago. Lex Luger's look would have been much better in the 80s. Batista's look would have been better in the early 90s. Like all those guys' look like wasn't right for the time. It was always like something cooler back then.
There's a reason that we still half of the wrestling theme music that we hear is still a generic nu metal piece because they have no idea what would be cool now. Like Vince is still, despite being PG, still thinks like the American Badass Undertaker was the pinnacle of cool gimmicks. Like,
right,
that's what he strives for with everybody.
I mean, you don't hear any like hip hop songs that are really good. You don't. I mean, other than like when they bring in hit artists.
Well, wait, I caveat there. I don't know if you're following NXT, but the Street Profits song is.
I do like them. That was pretty cool. Although I was very disturbed by the chest on the guys that they were facing in the white shirts. Yeah. It was very distracting.
Come on, that celebration where he fucking dove into the audience and just freaking out about how good that it was. Like, they're fucking... I always hated Angelo Dawkins, and I'm still not a fan, but fucking the other dude, what's his name? I
don't know what the work names are.
Dawkins and Montez Ford is the fucking best. He needs to be a singles dude on his own. Like,
it'll happen. But do they know that black people can be more than athletes and thugs? Like, have they figured that out yet?
No, I'm not discounting that, but these guys do it so well that I'm okay. Like, yes.
Dave, I don't know if you missed it or not, but apparently they can be worldwide.
Oh, okay.
Has anyone noticed backstage that Titus Worldwide's fucking war cry is the fucking New Days? Like, you can't just rip New Day off and make it Titus Worldwide. Like, no, that's a thing already.
Did you just make rip New Day off in melodic? Like, New Day off? Like, it's just sorry.
No.
Yeah, no. Again, I think they're such a generic cookie cutter thing. Going back to Crime Time, going back to like The Nation, like all these guys.
Was cool, and they fucked it up. Like Vince, like Crime Time was great while they were there. And then it never completed. It was like, all right, you're building it, and then they just fell off the rails.
Right. But it's just weird that like they just look at these characters and they have zero depth other than smile, jump around, and you're probably some sort of felon.
Well, the character. The primetime players liked money.
Yeah, but they were supposed to be athletes, right? That was the whole thing. Like that was their whole gimmick. They were like,
I'm saying like the most depth they got was the fact that they liked money.
Well, that's true.
We still don't have a black WWE champion, so I think there's a correlation between everything you're saying and that fact.
Yeah.
So, now Trix is saying that fucking Mike Bennett's in the doghouse too for not being in shape. I hadn't heard that. So I'm not discounting it, but I have recently heard he just came out like 3 days ago and said that he fucking apparently was like a drug addict until like right before he signed with WWE. I'm glad that he waited till he had his contract to come out with that, but
either way.
Future wellness policy violator.
I don't feel like he's out of shape though. I mean, he's wearing long tights, but I just thought that that's like a decision that they make it randomly in the company, like when Ziggler stopped wearing tights or the fucking trunks.
I don't know. I always thought it was weird when Jericho went to trunks from pants.
That was because Vince specifically told him to, though, which is why I have it in my head that it's like a Vince idea. Like, if he likes your legs, congrats. Otherwise, you're wearing a...
So weird.
What's bothering me lately, speaking of attire, is this new, I guess it's bootleg Under Armour shirt that Kevin Owens is wearing in lieu of a T-shirt. It fits weird, and I hate it. It's like meshy. But at least he's not the new face of America anymore.
I don't think I've appreciated any of the Kevin Owens attire. Like, even when he was wearing suits coming out as the Universal Champion, it's like that suit's not really cut right on him.
He's a weird shape. It's like
he's like a pear.
Kind of like a pear. They don't make suits for pears. Do they?
So the Corbin thing.
There's a niche market. Let's get in it.
Doing it.
I'm just glad that he still gets used. Okay, like I'll take what I can get from him. It's like, all right, whatever. Vince likes you enough. It's the same. Vince, the same thing. They're pushing Shinsuke right now, but Vince has no idea why he's cool. Like I guarantee you, Vince doesn't think he's charismatic. Like he's just like, I don't get it. But all right.
I don't like that since he's been on the main roster, he does not time his entrance with the music at all.
That's apparently no. So everybody's mad about that and complaining that Nakamura's entrance was changed. And like Road Dogg got in a big argument about it on Twitter a few weeks ago with fans saying like, there's not enough time on SmackDown. Like we have to go to commercials, so we cut it a lot. Like it's not the same. There's different cues and stuff. First, I hate the fucking typically Asian font they use on his Titantron. Like I wish that it was the old what it said. I hate that the lighting's not that consistent. It was better when it flashed during the part. But I don't even mind that the timing's off because I guess he has the new timing where he does it at the fucking barricade because the ramp is longer. But what bothers me is that he doesn't just do the rope hang anymore. He goes completely onto his back. Like, that's not as impressive. The rope hang was cool. It's iconic. That's your thing.
Right.
And they never bothered to give him a mic or try to get over that he says yow. So the audience never does it with him because they don't know that he's saying it.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, I get those concessions, but, I mean, it's still the entrance. It's just so off that it makes it seem annoying, yeah.
Right. It's kind of like the Balor thing. Like, I'm very upset that Balor's entrance has been, like, neutered since he went there. Like, I get that he couldn't do the demon entrance every time. I get that. I'm not complaining about that. But even, like, just his normal entrance doesn't feel as big as it did when he first got it.
I'll tell you why. It's because
I've got a jacket.
For some reason on the main roster, they can't do smoke as well as in NXT.
Right.
It's always half smoky, it doesn't fill up enough, and it's blowing to the right, no matter what. So and the wrestlers don't come out. They have to go around and then to center because of how the Raw entrance is made. Like,
Right.
fucking start pumping that smoke up before you even hit the music, dude. Like, get that shit nice and...
They got it right for Becky, but they also, like, lit up, like, 7 pods to do it. Like, that thing was covered.
Yeah.
They gave her the edge one.
And that was why the Demon entrance at last SummerSlam didn't go off well, because it was the least smoke they've ever used. So he's just crouched there. It looked terrible.
Yeah, there he is. We fucked it up. Sometimes did it on Raw where it was like you weren't supposed to see him, but he's still kind of there. Like, am I ready to go yet?
Yeah.
Oh, nope, not enough smoke.
Like, how do they not have, like, a Rey Mysterio style, like, trapdoor yet for him? Like, it'd be so easy to build. Just fucking build it.
I thought that the mind game thing they were doing with him and Bray was cool, that he's a step ahead of him and can also fuck with lights. Like, that was cool. But, like, so maybe that's just the answer is scrap the Demon entrance because you can't get it right and do something different. Trix noted that he saw Owen save Sammy on live events, and does that mean Kevin is turning face? No, they were in Canada and just wanted the hometown pop. The two of them saved Pat Patterson from Jinder Mahal. That was, and then like Kevin.
Or did they save Jinder Mahal from Pat Patterson?
Well,
or did they save everyone from Jinder Mahal?
You like Jinder Mahal. That's not a joke you're allowed to make.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. Jinder's number one. Jinder number two.
Back to the Baron Corbin thing that started all this. I don't know if he's in the doghouse. I mean, I know that he's in the dog. I don't know if that him losing the briefcase necessarily means anything for his future. I still think he's winning at SummerSlam. Everybody else is saying he's going to get buried in less than 8 minutes to prove a point, but I don't see what Cena winning does when he's going to Raw the next night anyway. And there's no other. SmackDown is devoid of main eventers, and there's nobody. That's why I'm torn on this. We'll get to it when we do the picks, but I'm torn on the Nakamura Mahal thing because it's like, all right, Nakamura should win, and I want him to win. But what heels does he feud with after Jinder? It would have to be Corbin again, or does Mahal win, and what faces are left for him to feud other than AJ? AJ's the only fresh face he hasn't done. Cena's leaving. So unless they're doing a roster shakeup the next night, there's no. I don't know. I guess Jinder has to win because he has AJ, but there's nobody after that.
Yeah, but I was wondering, are they going to do stuff with Khali? Are they going to bring him into all this? Like,
I think it was a one shot.
Yeah, suppose it was a one-time deal.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out like how he plays in all this. Does he run down or saunter down or
be around
down? And then does someone make the save and then turn on, Nakamura? I'm just trying to figure out like how they could play somebody else getting involved in the match without getting involved in the match right away.
Best case scenario is that Khali comes down and saves a match for him, but then attacks him, and we have a 6-8 month build, whatever it is, to Great Khali versus Jinder Mahal for the World Heavyweight for the Championship.
To Trix's suggestion, Ziggler is not on TV. He got pulled while they repackage him, and he's a heel. And he's not. They've ruined any main event chances for him. So I'm assuming you're giving these as suggestions, face or heel, depending on who wins. Ziggler already had a 2-month program with Nakamura that went nowhere. They're not going to go right into that again. Rusev, they refused to let be a main eventer again because they're still pissed that he cut his hair, which is why he's in this bullshit feud with Orton and never came back for the Money in the Bank title. He's not going to be a main event feud for Nakamura. And Orton just feuded with Mahal the entire time he's been champion. They're not going to back right back into that one.
I'm pulling up the SmackDown roster right now.
I just think they don't let him. He doesn't fight anyone for the next couple of months because Jinder number one.
You elevate Sami Zayn out of nowhere. I'd like that, but it's not going to. So Jinder would immediately feud with Styles, and Nakamura would continue feuding with Jinder for his rematch. But that's it. There's no other main event dudes. Gable's nowhere near main event enough.
Let's see. Do they finally do a New Day?
Damien's using logic on who's main eventers to face the guy who was not ever a main eventer.
Because you can't make an overnight main eventer fight the overnight main eventer. You can't. There's no
roster shakeup. Jinder Mahal versus
half of that needs to be money.
Bucket. Jinder Mahal.
At the same time, I don't know what the fuck happens after this.
Why can't they do a Nakamura Owens?
They could, but we just saw that for in a mini feud. It was I mean,
but maybe they were testing the waters for something,
I'm just saying they can't because I don't want to see it. But
okay.
But again, there's also rumors that they're going to do another shakeup soon. So who knows who they'd move over?
Yeah. I'd like to see a New Day versus whatever Indian Bollywood brothers thing. Yeah. So put elevate Big E for a moment. Have the other two take out the other two, and even if they don't go over, it'd still be good.
Let the Bollywood boys wrestle because they can't. So
yeah, but they could sell for them,
Yeah. And that's the only thing New Day really has to do, because who the fuck do they feud with when the Usos are done?
Right. But it would be interesting giving Big E. Yeah. But putting Big E in the world title picture like he was down at NXT, I think, would be a smart move. He's they're a leading merch getter. You're putting a huge money guy with a huge money guy overseas, I'm assuming. I'm guessing now. They said that he sells out merch everywhere he goes.
Jinder?
They say that they sell it out wherever he goes, and it's just odd.
Are they not making a lot, so it's easy to sell?
That's what I'm thinking. They only have 4 shirts.
We have 4 shirts per event, and thankfully 4 Indian fans came. So
right,
selling out Dayton, Ohio. That's what you're telling me.
Where were they just at? What was the last run?
Well, I mean, I could see if they sold out Canada because he's Canadian.
Yeah,
he's sold out there. There was other people on there that were Canadian that people could buy shirts from, and they still bought Jinder Mahal shirts.
That's because none of them
had full price
shirts before. So,
speaking of people in the doghouse from before, also apparently Enzo Amore, the reason he's in the shark cage is because he's afraid of heights, and this is WWE sending a message to him because they won't fire him because he sells too much merch, which is what brought this up to my mind. And they specifically noted that he outsells people you would be surprised to hear he outsells.
Roman Reigns. That's what they're saying. He outsells Roman just like everybody else on the roster. Jinder Mahal's outselling Roman Reigns?
Do you think Roman Reigns would be better on SmackDown?
No. Do you think Roman Reigns would be better on NXT?
I think Roman Reigns' only shot is if they finished the Shield reunion and that was his SummerSlam match. But
I mean, that's everyone's like he would be so much worse if he's with the Shield reunion. It's like,
no,
how?
I don't get that logic whatsoever. It's the only chance he has to get. If they're not going to turn him heel, that's the only way he's over as a face.
But they don't want him over as a face. They want him over as a polarizing character because they think that's why John Cena sells merch, is because he's polarizing.
Right. Instead of taking the lesson that, hey, maybe we need to tweak a character, what they learned from John Cena for a decade was people who hate him too, or that's the main eventer. That's what we learned. If nobody's 100% on a guy, that's who we go with.
Right. It's like kids don't like Roman Reigns. There's no kid who's wearing a shield protector out there or a chest protector out there. You know, it's just
despite
not happening.
That everything else in the history of the wrestling business has said otherwise. John Cena was the anomaly who is over despite being booed and cheered.
Well, I mean, he played to literally the lowest common denominator in 8-year-olds at the time. You know, he said things that made sense to them. And he was a superhero when they needed a superhero kids, that is.
And I mean, people kind of discount it, but I don't think Orton's ever universally been loved or hated either. Like, kind of I mean, I think people like him more because they see that he can work. But like,
I think there's been periods where people have definitely been like he's gotten more of the like kid and female pop.
Yeah,
and the guys kind of groaned, but nothing like Roman Reigns or Cena.
He's kind of like lukewarm coffee. Like, I'll drink it if I have to, but it'd be better if it were really hot or really cold. But he's not either.
There are matches where I'm excited to see him against someone else. Like, he's a dude that if it's like him versus Nakamura, I'd be interested in that. Him versus AJ, like, that interests me. Like, I don't necessarily, I wouldn't be like pumped, but I'd be like, yeah, I'll watch that. So like, he's a dude that I would never.
Didn't he had a match with Brock Lesnar not too long ago, right?
Yeah, last SummerSlam.
That was the only match I was interested in seeing him in the last year. I like the build up from what I remember. It was like he had just kind of came back or something. Like I feel like he was away for a little bit.
Was he wrestling in jeans?
No, I remember him like coming back to the ring, and that's when he like started that like it just takes one.
Right before he joined the Wyatt family.
Yeah, I thought that. I mean, the Wyatt family stuff wasn't bad either.
I didn't like him wrestling in it, but I liked the angle.
Yeah, I like the idea. It was like, oh, something like because he's been the Viper Randy Orton for years now. It's been stale to me. So
the problem with Randy Orton's gimmick is that he's Randy Orton, and so when they did something completely different, it worked.
Well, and it was weird. I think for me, it didn't go anywhere after the Kofi Kingston incident. It was like, oh wait, you're just that guy in real life.
Yeah.
Like, you're just kind of a douchebag. Oh, that's the character. Oh, you're just kind of a douchebag.
I don't know. Did you guys watch the trailer for Simon Gotch's shoot? Like, when you hear it from talent, like a lot of the younger guys especially, seemingly like that at least he's an upfront prick and doesn't give a shit. Because like Cena go the other way, where he'll be like one of the boys, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like,
ask Ziggler.
Yeah, they appreciate that Orton is he's just an asshole. He's cool. Like,
yeah.
Then again, he got Ken Anderson fired, so he's done it too. So.
I was never a big Ken Anderson guy.
Me either.
I love the gimmick.
I love the microphone thing. That's about where it ended. That was it.
I'm not saying that it sucked that happened to him. I'm just saying he's fucked people over in their careers too. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big Randy Orton fan. I was during the Jericho feud. That's about it.
Who? I'm thinking about it. Is Batista the only dude who didn't? That was a main eventer in that era. Like, Batista came across as the biggest prick you'd hate because he's a jock and old and shit. But like, backstage, other than his fight with Booker T, and Booker T wasn't going to get fired because he's a legend, like, Batista never really fucked with anybody backstage. He was down to put over Daniel Bryan. Punk likes it. Like, seemingly he was like actually a cool dude in the back.
I don't know. I really didn't hear about him.
I hate Batista.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying he sounds like.
I had no problem with face Batista. I had problems with post heel Batista, like when they tried to go back with him.
When
it was like, like I was okay with the run that he had right as during the retirement thing when they duct taped him down for the
Hollywood Batista was great when he.
That was great. Yeah. But when they did Blue Tista, it was like, this isn't anything.
And because when he came out in that wheelchair all beat up and shit, like, I can't wrestle anymore, I'm broken. Like, that was a really good way to leave.
That was good.
Yeah, when he quit, it was great because then he wasn't on TV anymore.
That was a good moment.
I was like ecstatic.
I mean, we're seeing this, but I can't name a good Batista match. I mean, even the main event Bryan won the title in wasn't a good match. It was just good because Daniel Bryan won. Like,
if you go back and watch it, it's funny. It's produced horribly. Like the camera angles and everything are just awful.
I remember the table spot being like really set up and bad, like where they did the Batista bomb KO.
Mm-hmm. That was bad. There were like 4 spots where Daniel came like flying out of nowhere, to break up something. And it was just like, oh, cool. Wait, you didn't see like any of that. Yeah. It was bad.
The Triple H match was good, though.
Mm-hmm. That was good. I mean, they're not going to fuck that one up.
Yeah. It was fine. I feel like good is an exaggeration. It was fine.
It's what it needed to be.
Yeah.
Steph played her part.
As expected.
Came out this week and said that Daniel Bryan will definitely wrestle again one day. She's sure of it, and that he's been getting hyperbaric chamber treatments. He's on his 40th now, and it's supposed to like repair brain damage. And he'll get doctors to clear him. And she has told him if it won't be in WWE, even though that's what he wants, go ahead and wrestle somewhere else. Just remember that you have a daughter, but I'm not going to tell you not to wrestle.
I think if a guy's got head problems like that and he's going to continue to wrestle, you shouldn't tell him he's got a daughter. That's the last thing you want to do.
Tell him because he's got head problems.
No, that's why she stressed daughter, not son.
Right. Okay.
Remember that thing you're holding? That's called a daughter. That's not an eggplant, Daniel.
Well, the good news is, I mean, the other guy did the flying headbutt and the CrossFit shit.
Ugh.
I think, you know what? They should bring Daniel Bryan back, but he should be the Blue Blazer.
Oh.
So evidently the Barbarian's been giving him oxygen therapy.
I'm down with it.
It's just him doing mouth to mouth for a few hours.
No, he's got like a tube. He's just got a tube.
I hear he's also getting he's getting therapy from Ming. He keeps getting like the spike in the neck.
Do you think he's also seeing Brutus Beefcake for those water soak treatments that we asked him about?
Just a haircut.
Okay. Yeah. Damien, were you here for that? The Beefcake water, what was that? The tank, the water tank thing? Float tank. The float tank thing.
Yeah, no. I know about tanks, but...
Yeah, when we said something about Beefcake having one of them, and we laughed, and then I went to Twitter and asked him if he runs things, and he was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Yeah. I was like, "Yes."
You just were like,
so happy.
Emoji.
Do you still do float tanks? Asking for a friend. I think that's what I said.
Our goal every week should be one of us gets blocked by a wrestler on Twitter. We come up with who it's going to be on the show, and then that's the mission for next week.
Go for it.
Kazarni. I hate that guy.
He had a great 1 week run, though.
Better than Paul Burchill.
All my efforts, though, Colt Cabana never banned me.
Paul Burchill, to be fair, because Colt Cabana can take a joke still. Paul Burchill.
I was sending a lot of messages for a long period of time.
You don't like him because you would get along with him too well. Like, you hate that there's someone doing what you think you could do just as well. Because you know you could get the Colt Cabana thing over if you were a wrestler for some reason. You're too similar.
So I just want to point this out.
I mean, he drops the mic.
My friend, one of the guys I used to write with for wrestling stuff, I'm not making it political, but every day at some point randomly, he just tweets Donald Trump, "Oh, by the way, I still hate you." And every time I see it, I'm just like, that was probably Bill at some point with Colt Cabana. Like, by the way, it's 11 o'clock, still hate you.
There was the Billy Bear Colt Cabana feud on Twitter is well documented. You need to hate him to have that picture exist. So for that alone, it's worth you never liking Colt Cabana.
Yep.
House of Hardcore was last weekend, wasn't it?
It was, correct, yeah. And
the results. You can tell that went well.
Yep. Supposedly, Tommy Dreamer said something along the lines of that they're close to be getting some type of distribution deal, whether it's TV rights or network rights. So don't know if it's like Flow Slam, if it's the actual network.
Well, they've been on what? Fight? They've been on one of the apps.
They've been on Fight.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you could do anything more consistent because they don't run enough shows to be like a regular promotion, and everyone they use is contracted somewhere else.
It would be cool if they could do something on the WWE network. I mean, that would be a network exclusive pay-per-view would be awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got the connects there. He's never on bad terms with them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if WWE... I mean, maybe... What would be cool?
If they could get some WWE wrestlers to wrestle there, too?
Is if WWE said, all right, we'll try one more time. We're going to call your shit ECW.
I just think... I wouldn't rebrand it. I would keep the House of Hardcore name. I would just somehow tie ECW into it. ECW's House of Hardcore or some shit like that.
Yeah.
The child of ECW somehow, what came from it.
Because he runs at the arena. It's the same kind of. It's fucking Tommy Dreamer is ECW. You know what I mean? Like I think there's something that would benefit.
ECW presents House of Hardcore.
And if nothing else, it would be an idea for them to sell more ECW merch and bring. You know what I mean? Like
milk the brand name.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what's Taz doing now, other than his podcast?
Just his podcast.
He doesn't work for any companies or anything. Just have him go do commentary for House of Hardcore.
Yeah. And they don't need to. They don't need to really invest in it because Tommy's already running it. Yeah. Maybe they can upgrade some of the places he books.
But that's not part of what would make it ECW. Like I like that it's shit halls.
Yeah, but
right.
some of them are like these gymnasiums.
We were at Rawway, yes. But.
Yeah. So, no, but I've seen other ones too. That the same thing. Like he needs like class it up just a little bit more than that.
Well, that's what's interesting is that when he runs the arena, it sells out and it looks cool.
Yep.
Anywhere else is just like the Mid Hudson Civic Center looks cool, but I think the problem is that you can also tell that he cares more about those markets because those are good cards, and then he has his other cards where he brings in fucking Bootleg Angel and
Hey, have you seen those hidden gems on what's up, hot stuff? Have you seen the hidden gems on the WWE network? Have you seen that?
Them today.
Yeah. I was watching some of those now. It's crazy. They have a Christopher Daniels match on there. It's like, wait, what? They call him the Fallen Angel and everything. I'm like,
and they know enough to consider that a hidden gem.
I think it's him versus Samoa Joe.
There was a Scott Hall versus Just Incredible was a hidden.
Yep, I watched that. That was weird.
They need to start putting
I just want to figure out what the hell that was.
And OVW shows in that section.
No, but these are matches from other companies.
Yeah.
And the Scott Hall match they had without commentary, which was kind of weird.
Who was he again?
Scott Hall versus Just Incredible in an ECW match.
He worked there 2 nights, and I remember that because it aired on Hardcore TV, clips of it, but they couldn't show the whole match because he was between contracts and his no compete didn't finish. So they announced on Hardcore TV, Scott Hall is, and then he worked 2 shows and split. And it was right after he got fired from WCW for being a drunk, so he was still in shape but fucked up.
Yeah.
So since Vince owns all 3 of them now, he's allowed to show it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was some weird stuff in there, like Punk's first match against Val Venus on Sunday Night Heat, and some other random ones. But I noticed that Christopher Daniels
said Val Venus.
Huh?
Brian just nodded when you said Val Venus.
I'm just happy someone finally acknowledged him.
No, he said what up something. It was he gave him.
So I said, "What's up, hot stuff?"
What's up, hot stuff?
So you're talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the guy who's got it on his shirt and his profile picture.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Okay, Brian, you're here. I needed to.
What did you guys talk about so far so we don't double up?
Well, we already made picks.
Hold on, Brian.
Oh, fuck.
Brian, is
Right.
that box of Raisin Bran open? Can you close that? I don't want that to go bad.
There's not much in it, actually. Not for one more bowl.
Okay.
I just having it right after
Who's
this.
that last person?
I might, actually.
Just fuck that person. Just whoever it is.
We didn't discuss anything NJPW, and I want to discuss the end of the G1.
The end of the G1.
Well, the final.
The last 3 nights?
Yeah. Particularly the final night, because that's really the only one I kept up with. But
Okay.
first of all, Naito won, which was kind of easy to call. I think we called that early, but
I called that right from the beginning, yeah.
I hope that they run, and I feel like they might. Did you see his conference today?
No, they did his conference, I think, Monday. I didn't see it, though, yet.
So he basically, the premise of his press conference was like criticizing NJPW for how the G1 is structured and wanting to change it next year. He was like, there's too many dudes who can't have exciting matches, and it's up to NJPW to make this exciting every match. He's like, other than the 2 fucking semi-matches with Omega and Okada and Naito and Tanahashi, he's like, nothing was keeping everybody engaged the whole time.
Are you trying to tell me a Toru Yano match is exciting?
He was saying that the field of 20 is too many and they need to narrow it down. And if you recall, my dream booking here is that Okada drops the belt to someone. Naito fights that champion at Wrestle Kingdom, and the main event is Okada Omega 4, the tiebreaker. And Naito gets pissed that he's shafted again from the main event and goes nuts and goes on an anti-NJPW thing more than he has and just completely loses it.
Yeah. I think that Okada and Omega need a break because people are going to get drowned out by it. I mean, it's been 3 awesome matches.
Was the third one? Some people are saying it's the best of the 3 because it was condensed and didn't feel like they were purposely going long for the sake of going long.
I don't think it was the best match. Okay. I think they piled a 60-minute match in 24 minutes. That's what they did. I mean, the match was awesome. Don't get me wrong. The match was awesome. When you condense everything like that, it was good. It was great. It was fun. But some of those bumps are just ridiculous. Like, I don't want to be their concussion doctor.
I saw the table spot where they didn't make it.
It fell off.
Oh, you mean Omega and Naito?
Naito match, yeah.
Yeah, man. I watched the Omega Naito match. That was scary.
That was scary. People were like, that was a planned spot.
I mean, you see how they land, and if you watch it carefully, like Omega's neck lands like in Naito's gut, so like they're okay. But like just in the heat of the moment, it's like,
yeah. When I was watching it live, I'm like, okay, his head landed right in his legs. I think we're okay.
How did their G1 Finals match rank as far as matches of the year for that company? Was it up there with any?
Dude, it's in top 10, but the caliber of matches everybody's having these days is just ridiculous. Like, and that company has like 30 legit top matches this year that anyone can make a case for to be match of the year. Obviously, you have to take Okada Omega's 3 matches, and they need to be somewhere else. They don't need to be the whole thing as a whole is like a story. So you got to put that off to the side.
Yeah.
Like, if you ask me, the only way you're going to make sense of that third match is if you watch the first 2 and follow the story. Because to me, I think the first one is the best match they've had. Because without that, the story doesn't. You're building the story off of that. Like Omega was so close to winning. Then they go to Dominion, and then 60 minutes didn't win. And then finally he won in the G1, which gives him another title match, whenever that is.
And how did you feel about Shibata taking a bump?
Well, the whole Like I don't know if either one of you saw the clip because it's all over the place. The clip
watched
of Shibata returning.
the clip. They posted it on Facebook. Yeah, I watched
the crowd just made that whole moment. Like it was like no one knew. You saw the announcers going crazy. What the hell? All of a sudden his music is playing like it's right, like it's intermission. You know, Taguchi Japan just won the tag titles.
The first note hits, everyone's crying instantly.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god. And I didn't see that part live. I saw like the last half of it live. But I'm like seeing the Shibata return. I'm like, when did this happen? So I had to go back and watch it.
Was it all a work on how injured he was?
No.
He'll
probably still never wrestle again, which is why it was like, why did you just bump, asshole?
Yeah, I was watching him get in the ring. And I'm like, he's bouncing up, and then he takes a bump. Like, have you not learned a fucking thing? Have you not learned anything? You just had 2 brain surgeries. What are you doing?
The fact that he was even coming to the ring was good because he was paralyzed for a half hour after it happened. So
yeah, but yeah, that whole moment was just awesome. Like WWE hopes to have moments like that. Like they don't have many of them like that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I think everyone hopes to have moments like that because it means that someone was pretty screwed up. You know?
Yeah, I know, right? That's the only thing. It's like you're happy you see him. He's walking. He's talking. He looks normal. Let's be happy with that. Don't take a bump. Don't do anything more in the ring.
It just gives me hope that Brian gets inspired and jumps off the top rope next time he's in the ring.
Who would you rather see have it last? Who would you rather see get back in the ring?
Daniel Bryan can definitely wrestle.
Yeah, even Brie Bella's telling everyone he will wrestle again.
Yeah.
Don't even fucking try to stop him.
He's getting that barbarian treatment.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole like, oh, damn. Like even oh my god. Like I just going back to the G1, like even Naito Tanahashi to end that block was a great match. Like it was just awesome, you know. Did you happen to catch Ishii and Sabre on their last block day? Did you see the way that match ended? Like I don't know if you saw it at all. Like I legit think that Sabre made Ishii a human pretzel. Like the hold he had him in was ridiculous.
I love Sabre's NJPW promos backstage because he's always paired with someone who speaks and understands no English, and he tries to talk to them and include them, and just basically like is fucking with them to their face, but they're supposed to be pals. Like he doesn't give a shit. I will say that the return and bump reminded me way too much of when Hayabusa came out and did the fucking when he stood for the first time in the ring.
Yeah,
like he ended up.
That was crazy. It's like you're standing. That's awesome. Don't take a bump. Yeah, but I mean,
who would you rather see wrestle again, Shibata or Draws?
Well,
does Draws wrestle with the wheelchair or?
No, I mean, if he could like to actually fully wrestle.
I guess Draws could then actually do the Rolling Thunder, like RVD.
That's just terrible.
I hope
that's the worst joke of the night so far. And I made a Benoit joke earlier.
Oh, you did one last week too, so it's okay. You do them every week.
I mean, that's a staple.
Yeah.
Benoit and Owen Hart jokes are commonplace at the PW Blab.
Yeah,
that should be in the goddamn bio of this show.
Tasteless wrestling.
We should have a Benoit episode.
A whole Benoit.
It'll be like the tribute episode of Raw. We'll act like we didn't know what happened.
You're right. So what did you guys talk about basically? You said you did your predictions already?
No,
like, really?
We did.
I was just fucking with
Cornette, DNA, Corbin shirt being off again.
I needed to shit on Corbin right away.
We didn't talk at all about, although Tips put it in the chat, Akira Tozawa winning the Cruiserweight title.
So
there's something going on in this chat because I ain't seeing nothing down there.
That Trix just hasn't talked since he came in.
Oh, okay.
Which,
convenient.
Zawa made sense until they decided that the match is still happening at SummerSlam, and now I don't know why they did it. It seems.
It's like Lex Luger winning the title before Road Wild.
Yeah.
Have we ever had a card where they've given away so many matches on TV? SummerSlam came early, all Monday Night Raw, and then continuing on SmackDown. Why would we Why would we want to see all those matches?
Maybe it's just
It's a selling tool.
They should probably take the hint and realize, fuck, maybe this doesn't need to be a 7-hour show. We should probably condense this down to a regular pay-per-view and just keep it where it was.
Question for you. If you skipped all the pay-per-views but still had the network, you're still paying them the same amount of money, right? So they don't really need to sell the pay-per-view anymore. They just need to sell you watching stuff that you want to watch. So the pay-per-view really isn't a sell anymore. They make no more money. If you watch SummerSlam or don't watch SummerSlam, if you bought it to watch NXT, they've got their money from you. There's no reason to watch SummerSlam monetarily. So why not put it on Raw where the ad dollars go up and down based on the ratings? I mean, from just a strictly monetary standpoint, we're not paying for the pay-per-views anymore. But, we're not putting money into them.
By that logic, that implies that they believe that a Cruiserweight Championship is going to pop a rating. Well, on the network,
it did get the crowd. It was
top 10.
It was funny because watching that match, the crowd actually got into it, which was something you just don't see.
Yeah,
they actually did get into it.
205 Live viewership went up. I mean, I watched this week.
You watched 205? I didn't watch it.
I only watched it because I wanted to see the celebration because everything they do on YouTube with Titus is fucking gold. Those press conferences and Apollo Crews cracking jokes to them are funny. So, and then it wasn't good on the show.
No.
Tricks, you can't share Periscope stuff while you're watching our show.
Not cool, man.
You can't do that. You can't do that, brother. Damn.
He's watching chicks on Periscope?
I mean, my phone's out.
It was the NJPW stuff that just zones everybody out. I don't know why, but...
Yes, I did catch you.
I mean, if I had New Japan World, I probably would be...
Get it.
I just don't want to spend money on it.
No, it's good.
It's $9 a month, and
it's okay, you can.
I mean, can I afford it? Sure, I just don't want to.
No, it's better.
It's worth it, though. It's worth it.
At some point, this show will focus entirely on NJPW.
The way things are going, because, yeah. Why not follow something that makes sense?
I don't know. I'm still pissed that the champion's always in the fucking G1.
Yeah. Can I just mention how much of a useless tool Suzuki was in this G1?
That's half. I know that
fucking useless.
I know that Naito said it in his press conference, but I mean, fucking Omega's been complaining about it the whole time. Why there's old timers and shit in the G1 who don't belong. Yeah. Like, I think you've got your elite class of 6 or so NJPW dudes who are forced to carry assholes that they don't feel like it. And I'm even fine with Fale being in it because you get the cliche big man match. Like, that's fine. It's a different style. He's their Kane or whatever. But like,
they shove him into this title match here or there.
Did you see his new head tat?
Yeah, I did. It's nice. I guess. Instead of having that peach fuzz hairdo, it'll just be completely bald now. But I sent that little vignette to you. That was played right before Shibata came out.
Yeah, did they just?
Who do you think that is?
Did they just release a second one just online, or is that the same?
Did they release a second one? Because I didn't see a second
one. I have no fucking idea who it is. I thought it might be a girl at first because they did that weird spot with a. What was that? Why was there a girl in the ring fucking around? What was that?
What the hell? Oh, when was it? That was during? When the hell was that? I'm trying to remember when the hell that was.
I think that little
NJPW doesn't use women
for Dutch.
Yeah, NJPW doesn't use women. I don't remember the spot. I don't know. No, but people seem to think it's going to be Jay White coming back from excursion.
I don't think that's.
Why would they give Jay White some? This doesn't look like it would fit in.
And I don't think he's been on excursion long enough to warrant.
Yeah, I think he left after Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. There'll be more. They probably won't unveil it until like November or something.
You think it was for Jim Cornette?
Doubtful.
Okay, so do we think Gallows and Anderson are going back after this contract's up?
Oh, God, yes.
And
I don't know. How old is Anderson? Was he like 33, 34?
Will Bullet Club still be a thing by then for them to come back and take it back over? And
I mean, they would get a pop if they went, but I wouldn't do it.
Bullet Club be a thing? They're printing money, so
the reason I ask is because I understand the monetary thing, but they got way bigger downsides to be in WWE than WWE has justified with their booking. So if they re-up, I don't expect them to have the same contract they have now. WWE would probably be more likely to pass on them and let them go back. Like this was like a one-off thing to say they worked there, get the tag titles, and make money.
Do you think that there's a payoff to them being there eventually?
At this point, no.
No.
So this is what I would do. This is like my ideal booking. I would form the Shield together again, and I would put Balor, who's floundering on the main roster, with the club, and have that group feud, and that would be like a phenomenal. It'd be 6 phenomenal months of matches.
The Shield versus the club. I'd be down for that.
All the elements, all the pieces are on the same show.
All right, who's the heel?
It's that or move the club to.
Does it matter?
The club's the heels.
Club's the heel.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we can't, like, Balor's a good fucking heel. He just hasn't done it in this company, but he's fucking awesome. He's a heel, but he's a good heel.
Yeah, but going back to merch sales, they're going to sell more merch than the Shield.
I don't know. Not if it's that dumb gas mask.
Yeah, that gas mask is dumb.
It would just be Balor Club, right? That's the implication. They'd be Balor Club, and then they'd...
Yeah. Right.
I'd call him something else, but that's just me.
Well,
I liked when they were calling it Bulletproof. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's a perfectly fine name if you don't mind saying the word bullet on your TV show. All the little kids and moms get upset.
You're like guns.
I've never seen a bullet not be used in a gun.
Guns don't kill people, bullets do.
Clubs don't kill people unless
you social justice warrior. No.
Clubs don't kill people; they kill seals.
Or they could go the other route. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've never seen a Shield kill anybody. I'm just saying.
And that'd be good. You can shoot all the bullets you want. We're a Shield. You know, like
the promos write themselves.
I'm telling you, it's like why it hasn't been done yet. I don't know.
They should just be the Sword Club.
Yeah.
Swords versus. I think that's what Breezango is they're the Sword Club, but I don't think it's what we're.
Yeah, that's
like a fucking ferret.
Brian. Yep. Brian just censored your joke with his movement. There's a lot of feuds. There's a lot of groups that you could make bigger groups and feud with them. You could do a bigger Wyatt group and feud with them.
The club.
What's that?
I'd like to see the Wyatts versus the club.
You could do a Broken Universe versus the club.
There's a lot of good. Like there's a.
Don't you mean a Woken Universe?
Woken Universe.
There's a lot of material there. No, that would be my ideal. So I don't want to go back.
Now they're actively saying they've been awoken and like plugging it on TV like there's been character development, but has had no interview segments to show what that means.
Well, as soon as they start plugging it, what do they get? The pre-show of SummerSlam.
Yeah, they've done like the entire premise of this is that it's all character development. It's not in the ring, and all they've done since this has happened is have matches that are just formulaic and there's no extra. And no big event happened to cause it. They lost to fucking the Revival. Like that's not enough to break that.
I think what we lost was the Revival to have this play out, and now they're in scramble mode. Thus the 6-man tag match.
Yeah, and Dawson's out till December at least.
Yeah, that's fucking rough. Vince is just going to look at that team as like, oh, they're injury prone.
I mean, I would gladly see Finn Balor and the club versus the Hardys and Woken Hardys and Senior Benjamin.
Well, they were teasing that Balor was going to do a lot more stuff with them long term.
Well, they just signed Shelton Benjamin. Maybe he'll be the new Senior Benjamin.
Ooh.
Senior Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton.
Speaking of signings, they finally made it official. Adam Cole is in.
Yeah, so maybe that's the club route they go.
Obviously, he'll be the one in the front row Saturday night.
I thought he was going to be a part of the ROH group.
I don't think he sits front row. I think he actively runs in and does something.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do the typical NXT front row thing for him because they need something big. I mean, do you think it's a sign that they think NXT's roster is weak, that the TakeOver 3 theme is everybody who's ever worked in NXT is coming back for this show?
So they're going to litter the front row with Bailey and everybody else.
Or Balor, they've already announced like everybody.
Yeah, I saw that promo when I was watching NXT. I'm like, oh.
The show is not great, man.
Do you bring back Benjamin for that?
Yeah. I will tell you that I don't like Aleister Black and Hideo Itami does. That's going to be a good match.
And Alistair apparently is going to have a huge entrance. So.
Yep. They have the lead singer of that Incendiary for his theme, and he's going to be sung to the ring and everything.
It's fine, but there's no, like, I don't see any, like, real drawing power on the card.
I think McIntyre has so much to prove and is putting so much pressure on this being the biggest match of his career that it will be a good match. It won't be.
Yeah.
And the last takeover, 2 takeovers ago sucked. The last takeover blew my expectations away. So I think,
we all panned that last one like, oh, this sucks except for the tag match.
I think Asuka and Ember Moon will be good. The tag titles will suck. I don't care about that.
Tag titles are just a throwaway.
Why don't we talk about that when we're making picks for them?
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a game to get to still, so we should probably get into that.
A game to get to?
It's all about the game. How you play it.
That's right. Yes, I remember from last week.
If it doesn't take us 50 minutes to get through the 38 match cards of this weekend.
All right.
I still haven't gone back to clip out the part where you guys guessed Michael Cole as a former WWE champion before Daniel Bryan.
Just so I know, what time did you actually start this?
Like 10 after.
10 after. Okay, so we got an hour. All right. I have the card for Takeover first. If you want to do that one first. All righty. Johnny Gargano versus Almost.
Wait,
That'll be a good match too, by the way.
That's a good match. Yes, definitely.
am I writing this down? Hold on.
Yes. I'm going to go get a drink while you get this prepared. Hold on.
I'm going to eat a chip and crunch all over this microphone.
I ask every time, like I don't do it every time, although I haven't done it every single time. Hoping someone does. No, I'll do it this week.
How many Jenga sets does one man need?
Oh.
It's funny. I just thought that those, I didn't see that they were more, where he was sitting before, I thought they were just really weird pizza boxes.
Okay. Before we get to the predictions, didn't Andy say he was showing up?
Yes, I already lambasted him about it.
Okay.
Who do we lambast?
Andy.
Fuck that guy.
Okay.
All right, NXT. What's the first match?
NXT. Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien Almas.
Gargano.
Almas.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, you can beat Johnny all day. He's the babyface. He could come back from that. Yeah, I'm going to go with Almas. And he's going to win by some fuck deal, you know?
He's going to win by some fuck.
Well, I have no clue about their feud because I haven't seen any of it. So I'm going to say Almas.
How much of a chance do we get of a Ciampa interference?
0. He's still got that knee issue.
Doesn't need to be. He doesn't have to actually do anything.
He could
just walk in
on 205 Live this week and come out on crutches.
Yeah, he could hobble down the aisle.
They just did it this week.
Right.
He could DM Gargano and make like him look at his phone for a second. You know?
He could glorious bomb him while in the ring.
Did you get Twitch's prediction?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami.
Black.
Bet on Black.
Betting on Black here.
Let's see. As long as Trix comes in, then we all have Black.
It's hard because, like, I love Itami and I loved Kenta. Like, he was like one of my, idols.
And I think he's doing great as a heel.
Mm-hmm. He's doing hell of a heel.
Come on, Trix.
Trix, your pick, so we can move this along.
And it's basic character
Trix,
development.
are you sharing more Periscope people?
Probably.
It's basic character development because he's a heel who has a point. Like
Black it is. Yes. The most important match of the show. Tag title match. Authors of Pain versus Sanity.
Authors of Pain.
AOP.
I'm saying Sanity.
Sanity. I think Sanity hasn't been getting enough wins. Like, I mean, they obviously want to do something with them.
Interesting note. They started the 2K18 roster reveal today, and this full Sanity entrance is in it with
I saw that.
and everything. But for some reason, Sawyer Fulton is also in the game as a member of Sanity. So you can do either flavor you prefer.
Alternate member.
Yeah. You know how stoked he is he made the game anyway? He's like, yeah, thank God for that month.
Yeah. Really quick, what do you think of that the screenshot so far?
Looks good.
Yeah.
It's like, I love the game, but it's creeping me out, like seeing all these screenshots of like just guys' chests like right in your face.
Right.
It's like, well, look how the chest looked last game, and look how it looks this game.
I've not seen
It's
a picture of Alexa as of yet. So
I'll tell you what, fucking Nikki Cross's character model is the first time a girl actually looks like she does in a WWE game. Like, it's not, which, I mean, isn't great for her, but is.
I thought the women of Day of Reckoning 2 looked exactly like the women in real life, so fuck you. That's all I got to say
I'm
about
pretty
that.
sure that all the Warzone women look exactly like how they look in real life.
Dana Brooke last year was the fucking best, worst video game character I've ever seen.
yeah, I saw that.
I mean, have you seen her in real life, though?
I had a whole lizard invasion angle on my game, like in the universe mode, and she was the queen.
There you
my
go.
God.
She was the Koopa Queen.
Did you put the strap on her?
She did use a strap on, yeah.
Oh, never mind.
That's the part I'm going to cut out of this one.
You really cut anything out.
Damien saying that she used the strap on.
I walked into that one. It's my fault.
YouTube clip.
YouTube clip.
Next minute.
Yeah. All right. Women's title. Asuka versus Ember Moon.
Ember Moon.
Asuka.
I don't know why you would take it off Asuka.
Yeah. That's why.
It finally hit the records that it needed to. She's not going to surpass any other champions in WWE history unless she has to go over 1,000 days too. Like,
You're giving it up to. I don't even know what to make of this vampire wannabe.
giving it up to the only other woman on the roster down there that is a believable threat to her title reign.
I'd be happier with like Peyton Royce getting his belt. Just saying.
That's just
I know they haven't used her much, but yeah. I like Peyton Royce better. I don't see anything in Ember.
I don't know. I mean, I think Ember Moon's probably going to get it, but I don't want it to.
With the Mae Young Classic around the corner, I think the winner of that's going to eventually take the title away from Asuka.
And they set
It's build versus build.
because she cheated to beat her last time, and then she had the injury. Like, this is.
Yeah. I see where you're
I'm
coming
not
from.
so-
I just don't.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I want to be
Yeah.
right in the wrong.
I'm just saying Ember's not the girl. Like her promos aren't good. Her wrestling's good. I'm not saying anything bad about her wrestling. It's just.
I think they've got to turn.
Her music's cool.
I think they've got to turn Asuka, the fans on Asuka. Like, she's got to start winning in ways that like the fans don't think it's cool. So like they're like happy to see the belt come off of her. So I think you're going to see like a cheating win, like a roll up with a hold it at the tights or something like that. Something cheap.
Weren't they teasing her being like a bit of a heel?
Only towards Ember Moon, which was
only for her.
before their first match. Since then, she's kind of just been like cocky, but not heely. She was only really heely with Ember Moon.
Yeah.
But I think they've got to turn the fans on her, and then the Mae Young Classic winner will go over her.
They could do that. No, that's been spoiled for me. Fuckers. No.
I still know who wins. I just know who lost.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I can tell you that I was impressed and disappointed in the NXT Universe's ability to get that Goldberg stomp as close to it as they could, but still not do it right. I guess no one watched NXT. Okay.
I watched NXT this week.
I watched a little bit, but
The audience started. It was noted in the ring that she surpassed Goldberg's streak.
Yeah.
The audience started stomping Goldberg's theme and chanting
Yeah.
"Asuka." But
They
like,
tried.
they were off, but they still got it together enough to be impressive. What's up, the main event?
Main event, Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre.
Rude.
McIntyre.
I don't like Roode. Everyone knows this. I don't like Roode, but McIntyre's not the guy yet.
It's going to be McIntyre.
Well, the whole Roddy thing is going to play.
See, that's the thing after NXT. Like, why isn't this a 3-way? I mean, they could still do that, but they could build that up in the pre-show or something.
Roddy has his title match.
No,
that was the stipulation of the match on Thursday or yesterday.
But what I'm saying is, he beat McIntyre
for
by
what?
DQ.
Mm.
So after the pay-per-view, he gets a title shot at Bobby Roode.
I think that's weak.
He gets a match with Bobby Roode.
No, Bobby did say he would put his title up.
Right, but what I'm saying is
the implications is it's a title match, which is why
if Bobby Roode is still champion, the title will be on the line.
But don't you?
Right. What I'm saying is it doesn't lock Bobby into being champ. If Drew wins, it's not a title match. It's a feud over all the other stuff. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, doesn't it make more sense at this point with him stomping both of them on the last show? This should be a 3-way. You know,
it still could be. I mean,
they could easily put a vignette in there.
I think he gets involved in the match, and I think it's more interesting if it is because I like Strong better than I like either of them.
Can we pick a 1-on-1 and a 3-way winner? In case, because I feel like if it's a 3-way, that's like an unfair, 1-on-1. Because I think this is somehow going to end up being a 3-way. Because why? Why not?
I think that's too major a change to do on the day of a show.
We're talking about the WWE. I know it's NXT.
I think there might be a scuffle, and Teddy Long's going to come out, and he's going to make it a tag team match. Play it.
And that's
we're making it a 3-way.
Make it a 3-way.
I'm sticking with McIntyre. And I'll tell you why. One, Triple H keeps going on and on about how this is NXT's WrestleMania and all the new storylines for the year are starting. So to me, it's like new era, and Roode's had the title long enough. Like I don't know what he does without
it's
it.
the Rumble weekend.
I just think he drops it to Roddy instead of Drew.
I don't think they want Roddy to be champ.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, Drew ain't. I just don't think Drew's the guy right now. He doesn't.
I think what's going to happen is Roddy's going to come out to interfere in the match somehow. Adam Cole's going to stop him. Ooh. Bobby retains. Thus starting confusion afterwards, like who gets what. Yeah. And somehow Cole and Roode are paired together.
Now, are they going to change his name so he's not related to Michael Cole?
Or is Michael Cole going to be his daddy?
I think that it should be like
I see a resemblance.
His cousin.
It's my cousin Adam.
Brother.
He's kind of a douchebag, but we love the guy.
Man.
There you go. That's what it is.
I think he's going to say
Adam Coleman.
I think that they'll like Michael Cole will start saying "baby" more.
I just can't wait till his backstage interaction with Adam Cole Bailey.
Nice.
Ooh,
nice. I smell a couple.
Do you think the Hardys will look at him and say something to him like, or like offer him a Monster Energy drink or ask him if he's dead?
I'm just excited that Matt Taven was backstage and we had a Kingdom reunion already on SmackDown. So, SummerSlam card.
Oh God, we don't have time.
Why we didn't do this?
Start with I guess we'll start with the pre-show. Yeah.
Yep. There's 3 matches there.
Yes, there is. We got the Hardys and Jason Jordan versus Miz and Miz Taraj.
Doesn't fucking matter, but it
really doesn't matter. But I'm going Miz and Miz Taraj after what happened on Monday.
I'm going Hardy, Team Hardy.
The Woken.
I'm also picking the Hardys, and so is Trix. Okay, so
I will sit on my island. I just think they just did that match Monday, and the Faces won. So 50-50.
Side note: someone just sent me a link about Ric Flair, and the crazy thing about it is that he's engaged. That's the thing that confuses me. Why is that man marrying people still? Sorry. Just wanted to rant about that for 1 second.
I don't think that's his biggest problem at this point. You guys obviously didn't talk about Ric Flair at all.
So no, didn't even come on.
I'm still just shocked that he's engaged to somebody. Like you'd think he'd learn after 12.
But it's Fifi.
It is Fifi.
One.
How much? I mean,
he's working on.
He's got to be.
He's working on one for every championship reign.
It really seems like he's got to have like 80% of his check go to alimonies, like randomly everywhere. Like, anyways, sorry about that. That just upset me.
They'll be doing his will after he's gone. They'll be like, "Oh, you get 20. Well, there's 5 of you, so you get 20%. You get 20%."
Ring of Honor finally gets their money back.
All right.
He finally gets his deposit for the big gold belt back. All right, what's next match?
Yep. The Usos versus New Day tag title match,
New Day.
which could be one of the better matches on the show, on the pre-show.
On the pre-show, maybe.
Yeah.
New Day.
Nah, probably New Day. I'll go New Day.
Although, I mean, this is a feud they need to extend since there's no other teams, so you can potato it.
Gotta
Come on, you can bring back Harper and Rowan.
They're on separate shows, I thought. No, they're on the same one. I'm gonna go Usos only because it just doesn't make sense.
Are you saying the Usos win, and are you saying they become champion?
I'm saying they win. That's all I'm saying. They get the win.
They have to win to be champion, so it only.
Are you talking about DQ or count out or
some other mess?
Right, because they could win and not be champs. Well, but I think they win somehow.
I think that the New Day retains. I could see the Usos winning through like nefarious reasons.
That wouldn't help them, though.
That wouldn't help them at all.
They have literally not won anything on the New Day. They lost the rap battle. They lost all the matches. Mm-hmm. They have not won anything. It means nothing.
I just think it's too early to put the titles back.
Can I switch the
Usos? It just doesn't make sense for them to win.
Give me.
I'm just saying. Are you switching? Yeah. I love when I make a compelling argument. Love it. Oh man, I think it's a walk-off for me. I'll see you guys later. No.
They just won it last pay-per-view.
Doesn't matter. New Day don't need it. And Usos can feud with Breezango now that they're getting over. So, again.
Hopefully this will be the deciding reason why I have more points than Damian.
Next, come on, we got to get through these.
Next, Akira Tozawa versus Neville, Cruiserweight title.
Tozawa.
This title is going back to Neville.
Nope. I think this is transitioned from Neville from 205 Live to the other side of the roster.
What Aries wanted and left over. Not kidding.
Pretty much.
I'm trying to think of who would be next for either of them to feud with. Neville's kind of already gone through everybody, so Tozawa.
All right.
Unless they bring somebody down. That's the only thing. If they bring down like Kalisto, like some people have said that they should.
Or somebody up, like Itami.
Right. Is he under 205? Is he?
Yeah, I just don't think I want him on that show.
Hey, Enzo's 206.
Shave the beard.
Enzo keeps eating more like pancakes and shit in the morning, so he doesn't get on that show.
Holy shit! Kenta is 180.
He's 180. Oh, he's in.
Holy shit!
In short,
there's 13 fucking matches on this show. Jesus Christ!
All right, what's next?
All right, WWE Raw tag titles. Cesaro and Sheamus versus Dean and Rollins. You know, the gay lovers.
Dean and Rollins.
Yep.
Oh, that was their gimmick.
66% Shield is winning this match.
67%.
67. Yeah, they round up. Yeah.
Rounding rules.
This is rough because it's like, well, they don't got anything else going on. But SummerSlam's finally over. You don't think either of them factor into anything bigger than this? Like Rollins has a main event run with someone, or you know?
No, Rollins will be the main event for a while.
The only scale we have.
Side note: I'm not calling them 67% Shield. I'm definitely calling them 2 count. I'm just letting you know 2 count for the win.
Are they gonna dance? Like, never mind.
Damian?
Shield.
It's not the Shield. It's part.
2 count.
And Brian, what's your pick?
Oh, I picked Ambrose and Rollins.
Say it.
What? No.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Call him it. Say it. I'll take it. I'll accept your fingers. That's what she said.
Whoa.
And this second YouTube clip of the week.
God damn.
Just mash those two up together.
That right there is just. Woo. Yes, John Cena versus Baron Corbin.
I'm sticking with Baron Corbin.
You know, after SmackDown, there's a valid case for that. There really is.
You know, there's somebody in like the production team that's saying the same thing. I'm sticking with the guy, and he's getting the looks from everybody else.
What the fuck? No, John Cena's gonna smash him. Fuck that. Cena's winning.
But is it under 8 minutes? That's the call everyone else is making right now. The length,
I'm gonna say 8:03.
the length of the match will determine how in the doghouse Corbin is. So people are saying
Bell to bell, that's not lasting 8 minutes. Bell to bell.
Basically, Corbin gets a little heat. He'll get an AA kick out, super AA done.
There's a lot
Or
of
just one AA.
there's a lot of matches on this card. It really could just be like a 15-second match.
It could be.
but it's John Cena's match.
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd would be pissed. You know.
Yeah.
Would they?
Well, there's
If
other
he
matches
won?
that get shoved down to 5 minutes. It don't matter.
Cena in under 6 minutes.
You guys know statistically that John Cena has lost his last 7 SummerSlams.
Yep.
And that's one of those
He
statistics
buried the Nexus.
we realize is it after 7 of them have passed, and they're like, "Oh shit, we should mention that."
Yeah. He buried the Nexus. That was his last thing he did.
The one that he should have lost,
Mm-hmm.
won, and then everything.
No, Bryan Danielson.
No, he lost
Daniel
that
Bryan.
one.
I'm saying he should have lost that one.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great match too.
Yes, it was.
Overshadowed
So-
by the shitty swerve at the end, but a great match.
Yeah, he had
So
that
the
3
swerve.
with Punk and Alberto Pero fuckface. That was, what, 2011? Yeah.
I don't know what to pick, man. This is a tough one for me. But to confirm, Dave, you did pick Cena, right?
Yep, Cena in under
Oh,
6.
no, yeah, okay.
6 minutes. Cena.
If you're picking Cena, pick a time. It won't alter your score. I just want it's for
8
Brad.
minutes and 3 seconds.
All right, well, I have to write these down.
Barker rule. Barker, Price is Right rule.
And I will
I take
time the
Cena
shit
in
out
1
of that
second.
match.
Cena in a second.
I was timing G1 matches. This thing, I could do this.
I'm gonna pick Cena.
Ian,
Time.
And let's see. If Dave said under 6, is that your official time?
That's my official
All
time.
right, so I'm gonna say 5:58.
Are we timing it to the hand slapping or the second bell?
The second bell.
Okay,
As you
bell to bell.
normally would. All right.
Okay.
And Trix also picked Corbin. Corbin, what's the time? Trix, pick your time.
the time only
Why?
matters for Cena.
Corbin.
Well, I'm just saying.
Because if Corbin wins, it's not a squash. The point is,
But you know, Dave, since you picked under 6 and I picked 5:58, I've locked you into 2 seconds. But you
I've done a lot more with less time. That's all I'm going to say.
if you think Cena's winning and it's not going to be a total squash, I think 12 is your floor there. You know, like
Mm.
all right, what's next?
All right. Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt.
Corbin at 4 minutes.
What? Whoa. Jesus. He could call that his bold prediction and be done.
that's logical.
I'm writing it down.
He could call that his bold prediction right
The
there.
next match, the Demon Finn Balor is very clearly winning.
Yes.
Finn Balor is winning.
The
Hey, we
Demon
could time this
Finn
one too,
Balor,
probably.
Ray just did him on Raw.
I thought he was not coming out as the
So
demon.
he
Yeah.
definitely is.
Oh, they officially announced it on Raw, showing the graphic and everything.
Okay.
It's because Bray Wyatt poured red paint on him, and he was like, "Shit, that's what I wear sometimes."
I've got demons too.
I killed a guy.
Red paint,
Oops.
huh? Red
I was
paint?
Pegasus
The
kid,
memes
too.
were everywhere. Man,
I
red
know
paint.
Jimmy Hoffa's buried. Dave,
Everybody picked?
I'm gonna go Wyatt.
They're gonna beat the Demon on pay-per-view the second.
I don't see that. You never know. I mean, it is WWE.
And Bray just won clean on Raw.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, how did he do at the last pay-per-view?
He didn't fight Balor yet.
He won last pay-per-view.
No, the last pay-per-view in general.
He won.
He did?
He did win?
Yeah.
Who did he face?
I don't remember.
Oh, shit. I don't remember who he faced.
It was
I
Rollins.
Yeah, it was Rollins, yeah.
And who won?
Bray.
Bray did win.
Bray.
Yeah.
I wasn't lying.
He can't.
So
he cannot string together a series of victories. It's hard.
He's met his quota of 1 win per quarter.
Well, he did win on Monday, so that makes 2.
I'm telling you, Balor's the easy pick here, man. I'm just trying to save you.
Yeah. I'm going to go Balor. I thought he lost at the last pay-per-view. I'm like, at some point, they're going to have to give him something.
Now, this is all Finn. Finn ain't losing with the pain on.
And he's already clean because he beat him once. It doesn't hurt him.
What's funny is I already wrote you down for Finn Balor. Oh.
Okay.
No, you come to the right side and so on.
If Bray Wyatt wins, I'm rioting.
All right, next match. This match should be on the fucking pre-show, but whatever. Big Show and Big Cass. Enzo's in the fucking cage.
Big disappointment.
Big disappointment.
Yeah.
Big Cat.
I'm going with the ass.
Going with the ass. The ass will win.
Side note, that picture of David Flair definitely looks like he's Paul White's kid.
You think?
I don't know if anyone saw that. Just saying.
Cass.
Trick's picked the Big Show.
On his island.
On that island. All right, next match. Randy Orton versus Rusev.
Orton.
Randy Orton has lost 4 straight fucking pay-per-views. He hasn't won since, what?
August
Since Wyatt.
2009.
Mania?
Yeah, he won at Mania. Yeah, he didn't win House of Fun. He won House of Horrors. Yeah, I'm going to go Orton.
They've given up on Rusev, I don't think.
Yeah, he ain't getting nowhere.
I'm going Rusev.
They haven't given up on Rusev yet.
There's too. If you look at what we've been picking, it's way too many faces. Way
Too many happy endings.
Oh, Big Cass. And Corbin in under 4 minutes.
I did not give it time. So no.
Hey, why did we all give it time and he didn't? What the hell?
Because the implication is if Corbin's winning at all, then he's not in the doghouse. The time is going to dictate how fucked he is backstage.
It's the implication. That's what it is. It's the implication.
I could see. What match comes after this?
On the card
On
list?
the card list, or
On the card list?
I'm trying to think what I'm missing.
the next match I have on the list here is Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. Shane's the ref.
All right, I'm gonna put Orton for this one. It's important to think about, like, sometimes there's too many faces, too many heels. I would try to remember what other matches there are for the night.
Yeah.
We're
picking a lot of faces here.
I never focus on if it's too many faces or heels win because we've had pay-per-views recently where all heels won.
Too many title changes. I know
I'm picking based on what logic would dictate, but
Joke's on you.
Joke is on me.
What matters is this match doesn't matter. So
you can't look at this big picture and try to pick based on you're going to get the perfect card right, like all of your picks are going to come true. You have to look at it on the match-by-match thing because you're never going to get a clean sweep here.
Well, I think that title changes matter. I think that if you pick like every single title changing, you fucked up.
Right, but you might still be right for a majority of it. To change one just because you picked all title matches?
Right, because if you pick all changes and that one doesn't change, you've picked the right ones. Whereas if you miss one, like you say, one doesn't change, you could miss both somehow, and then you're fucking yourself. So if you think a majority are going to change, picking all isn't a bad move.
Yeah.
So Orton will be the new Rusev champion as well.
That was the hand motion I made with that, by the way. Just wanted to point that out.
Double
Thanks for
under.
clarifying.
I still need Damien's pick.
Orton.
He was the first
I believe
pick.
we all picked Orton. Except Dave.
I did.
Except Dave.
Game changer.
Dave's going to sit on that island there. AJ Styles, Kevin Owens is the next match.
AJ.
Who does Shane like in the storyline?
Neither now.
Yeah, it's basically neither.
Accidentally. AJ has done more.
Yeah.
Owens
Couldn't you see an accidental situation where Shane accidentally, like something goes along and Kevin gets the
I
win?
can't tell if they're trying to set up Shane versus AJ again, because that's the only thing that
Yeah,
It's better they're setting up Shane versus Kevin Owens.
that's what I thought.
Can it be any worse than their pinfall finish?
Well, I mean, nothing for nothing. Couldn't Shane pin AJ and count and give himself the title?
This is tricky for booking reasons. So it looks stupid to hot shot the belt onto Owens again, and they have said that they're done with the Face of America gimmick because there's too many foreign.
Mm-hmm.
But if Jinder wins the match, the only face left for him to feud that's the main eventer is AJ Styles. So does an AJ Styles victory mean Nakamura wins too? It's hard to think for future booking.
I don't think they think that far ahead, Damien. I don't think they think
You got to
that
pick
far
an
ahead.
individual match. You can't pick, base one on the card and the next match on the card.
No, that's just for title.
And I think you can flip Owens into a face or heel for the title. I think if Jinder wins, you could still have a Jinder Owens, where Owens is the cool heel that's just making fun of the
But
champion.
then you still have AJ's U.S. title main event that'll actually be the end of the shows. Yeah.
Right.
I'm
So I don't think that an AJ win necessarily means
gonna go AJ
Nakamura.
just because they wouldn't make Owens a fucking 4 or 5 time U.S. champ that quick.
he has literally been champion for, I think, 75% of his days with the company.
AJ then, AJ will retain the title.
I think AJ retains in tomfoolery.
Yeah, I'll go with AJ.
Save your tomfoolery for your.
AJ to retain or to win, Brian?
I think he'll retain.
Yeah, can I say retain? And
I
then
think
that
we're all saying retain here on this one. I'm okay with us picking that since we're all picking that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wait, what, oh wait, I can say retain.
We're all pretty much said.
Ask off camera.
Our prediction all has been that AJ is retaining the title, not necessarily that he's winning the match.
Right, but does that count as a pick?
It counts as a pick.
Yeah.
Does anyone see Shane going for the 3 count and on the 3rd count doing the middle fingers like he did in '98?
No, they can't do those anymore.
Do you think he gives him a thumbs down?
They do a ring finger.
Do you think he sweats through the canvas because he forgot a line?
Oh, he needs a checkup. Like, someone help this guy.
No,
He almost got into a plane crash. I mean,
He was panicked because he had no idea what to say, and they weren't getting Owens.
That was an awkward pause before Owens came out.
How about the fucking terrible telegraphing during the main event? And I'm not talking about when Corbin kept looking to see if Cena was ready. I'm talking about when Cena blatantly looked to see if Corbin was on his way down yet before he covered, and then oversold covering his own eyes with his fucking arm to make sure he didn't look too bad.
The girl still is the winner of that show. The middle finger,
Yeah. Next,
Naomi versus Natalya, SmackDown Women's title.
Naomi.
You think there's a cash in?
No, I think they tease it though.
I already said. I think I said 2 weeks ago that it's Natalya with a cash in.
I'm gonna say Naomi because I keep hearing this stuff about them wanting to sell the Glow title. They want to monetize that Glow title.
The Glow title hasn't been figured out yet. It's a crown.
Oh,
haven't
not
figured
that.
out that
No,
season.
you know what I mean.
Season
To
2.
light up. Yeah, I know. I'm happy about that. I'm ready.
I like it. I don't.
Damien doesn't know. He doesn't watch it.
I don't want you to correct me if I'm wrong, but is the implication that on the Glow TV show that they invent the concept of a championship belt?
It's the implication again. I don't like these implications.
Is that a vanilla Coke?
No.
I was gonna say, do they still make that?
I'm gonna pick Naomi because I don't care.
It's a popcorn match.
I would like to see, I guess, Natalya hold the title solely because he was a Divas champion only. And I think that it would help make her somewhat relevant. But I also don't care about her.
Yeah, when is the last time Natalya held the title? 09?
Well, and you have to remember, too, that entrance for Naomi doesn't work on the undercard. You can't have somebody with that involved of an entrance not be like in the main event of that division.
I don't agree with you at all.
I'm just saying they would have to change that entrance.
I should have ended the show there.
But name someone with a really involved entrance that works under on the undercard.
Finn Balor.
It's not working on the undercard with the entrance, with the full entrance.
You'll see it on SummerSlam.
Yeah, his match is an undercard match.
But I don't see them using
Nothing
that entrance.
Is featured. Sorry.
But I think that's too involved of an entrance for that division for her to not win. At least right now, they're gonna keep trying to milk it.
Everything you're saying is silly to me.
It's gonna be pyro at this pay-per-view.
She dances with some music and she glows in the dark. We're not talking about like them bringing in like a third-piece orchestra band.
But I'm saying like that glow stuff. They think pops.
It's already done. She just shows up and does it. It's in her already.
I'm saying that's the kind of shit that they like. That's the kind of random crap that they get behind.
Yeah, she doesn't need the title to have glowing hair. That's just my opinion.
I just don't think they're going to put her in a match. It doesn't matter with it.
He was doing it before she was champion.
I don't remember her matches before she was champ.
I fast forward all of them.
Yeah.
She debuted all that glow stuff before she had the title, except for the title being lit up.
Is that still happening? She's still doing that? Because it looks weird. Not that it glows, but I mean the title itself looks poofy now. Like it didn't when.
She mentioned that in her interview with Jericho that initially it was just lights on a single W. It looked hokey. Now they lit up the back of it, and the W is more defined. So I don't know. I think they're putting a lot into her. So
I can't think of anything I'd want to hear less than Chris Jericho interview Naomi.
It actually wasn't bad. You'd be surprised.
Chris Jericho interviewing Cameron?
No, that'd be funny.
That would be funny. You pin somebody on their stomach.
Left?
Raw Women's title. Alexa versus Sasha.
Oh, 3 matches left.
Yeah, I picked a lot of faces on this
station you might like.
Oh, shut up, Alexa.
From Amazon Music.
Shut up.
Yes.
It happens.
Alexa, stop.
Yes.
Playing music
I'm going to pick
Alexa.
Didn't hear. Headphones.
Who's your pick? Who's your pick, Brian?
I don't know.
I'm going.
Because I picked a lot of faces on this card. It's tough.
You did.
I'm going Sasha.
So are you gonna pick the heel?
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm going Alexa. Some fuckery. She's keeping that belt.
I just wanted to see if it would pop the thing again.
Oh no, I didn't say it, and I'm in headphones. So unless I said it,
you did say it.
It didn't go off, so it must be dumb too.
I mean,
it fits in my house. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. It's dumb. Hey, whatever.
They've changed booking short term before, but I mean, nothing for nothing. Sasha wasn't even supposed to be in this match.
No, but they love to do that. Like,
right? Like, oh, it's swervy.
Yeah.
But according to everybody, Rusev's recent tweet was about Sasha having heat backstage.
They're not even on the same show. When were they around each other to fucking?
She said something. His tweet was something like Eddie Guerrero. You know, you look up to Eddie Guerrero, but he would shake everybody's hands backstage. Something like that, and it led a lot of people.
But then he called out a group of people.
Yeah, I still think he's talking about them. He's talking about Sasha and
Titus and like that crew.
Whoa! I'm just saying.
Whoa!
No, like actually they hang out. That's the group.
There's a line there.
But yes, I think that's who he's. I think he's calling her out, so I don't think she's winning. I think she's got heat backstage, so I got to go Alexa. Plus, after that kid smacked her ass, I mean,
and that's awesome. Only one of the two of them is on Tonal Divas.
Did you hear?
So fun.
Did you hear there's bullshit with that? With the little kid smacking her ass? Like some people are calling for the kid's parents to be arrested.
Well, fuck.
He went for he was going for a high five. He wasn't going to hit her ass.
He's fucking 8. Like you're gonna call for the parents to be like in trouble over that?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Fucking PC bullshit.
I think they're gonna start tearing statues down.
Yeah, God damn it! That Ric Flair statue must go. That wasn't really.
I mean, he is a Southern legend.
Mm.
They're gonna take him before the statue, I think.
Damn.
Gotta
go dark.
Yeah, I think Sasha's winning. Just because they like to do that swerve.
Uh-huh.
I think Alexa's winning.
And who does Alexa fight next if she wins?
Fucking anybody.
Why don't we push Emma a little bit? I'm just saying.
She's a heel.
Yeah, but
Mickey James isn't gonna.
Yeah, well.
Why'd you just say Mickey James?
Come on, you know you want Dana Brooke push. Come on, you know you do. Where the fuck is Summer Rae? Hiding?
Alexa Bliss moves on to face.
Yeah, but then Asuka just has to come in and kick her ass in 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Fair.
Is that where you see the is that where you see Asuka then dropping the NXT title and the winner of Mae Young get it?
Who's what pay-per-view is next? Is it Night of Champions?
There's a Raw pay-per-view. What the hell? No Mercy. It's a Raw pay-per-view.
Okay.
Yeah, and SmackDown doesn't have a pay-per-view until the beginning of October. They get Hell in a Cell.
Who gets Night of Champions?
There isn't one.
Clash.
I don't think it's coming back this time around unless it's later. Unless it's later in the schedule.
Wasn't it like a September one last year?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's there anymore. Because all I've heard is No Mercy and Hell in a Cell.
All right, what's next?
The only match left is the Fatal 4-Way for the Universal title. Lesnar, Reigns, Joe, Strowman.
The WWE title. You didn't call that one.
No, I said Universal.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we didn't call that one either? Oh, my bad. Let's go to that one then. Jinder versus Nakamura.
This one's too tricky for me. We discussed before you got here. If Jinder wins, there's no main event faces other than AJ.
Something happened here, Mike. It's like...
If Jinder wins...
There we go.
There's no main event faces for him to feud with other than AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
Or Kevin Owens.
Dave thinks Kevin Owens can do it. But if Nakamura wins, he fights Jinder, and then who? Owens again? Ziggler again? There's no heels for him. So unless they do a superstar shakeup, which they're saying they might right after SummerSlam, I don't know which way you go with this.
Mm-hmm.
I want Nakamura to win, but I don't know. And I don't even know what the actual end game is. They're not going to keep the belt on Jinder till they tour in India because they haven't even booked one yet. So,
that's in September, isn't it? India?
I don't know.
September sometime.
I think Japan is next.
Mm. If Japan is next, then that makes a hell of a lot of sense for someone else to get it.
Japan's in September. So
okay. There's a lot of that.
What you're saying is Jinder has a chance.
I'm going to go Nakamura because that's who I want to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't know because I don't know who they feud with on either side. Jinder's the only one who has a clear-cut opponent. It's AJ. If Shinsuke wins, he feuds with Mahal for the rematch, but then who? I don't know.
But does all this uncertainty make it a good match?
No.
Like, make it worth watching?
I mean, it's only worth watching if Nakamura wins the title.
You know, I know it was a short match. I know it was a short match on SmackDown, but Jinder couldn't have a decent match with fucking Cena. And Cena's better than he was 5 years ago. I mean, he's better than he has been, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'm going Nakamura. I'm having Nakamura. I love the Jinder experiment, but I think he can do without the belt now.
I don't know.
I don't know who. It's a tough one.
Who's going to win this one?
And I love Jinder.
I don't.
I mean, so can't we just
His promos are horrible.
can't we just have Jinder win nefariously like he has the entire title reign, and then continue Jinder versus Nakamura? Do we need to switch to new people after this? The feud just started.
I just
point.
don't.
Good point.
Why would you take away from Nakamura's winning streak?
Why would you take away from the ascension of Nakamura? I understand that. That's my whole
Ascension.
ascension.
What?
No, I said, why would you take away from the ascension of Nakamura? And Damien went, ascension?
And then we all got quiet.
Hey, they're gluten free.
But I just saw him pouring syrup on a log, and that's got gluten in it.
Anyway.
Does anyone realize backstage?
Yeah, they could run this another match. Like, it is their first match.
The first Twin Peaks gimmick bit got over because it was like Twin Peaks. The next two have had nothing to do with Twin Peaks other than calling it Fashion Peaks. Like, they're not going to strike gold again. Make it thematic.
I'm picking Jinder number one because I need to stay loyal to my guy.
I fucking hate gender, but
You got to stay
see, I would love to see Nakamura win, but this is their first match. You're going to flip the title on their first outing.
Yes.
So you're going to have Nakamura's first loss on the main roster happen at Jinder Mahal.
It's a sucky thought. It really is.
I don't
like it. I'm picking
Wanna make sure
Nakamura. I'm picking Nakamura.
That's what you're betting on. You're betting on Nakamura's first loss.
No, I'm picking Nakamura. I talked myself out of it.
But
No, I talked you out of
Yeah,
it.
you did.
they've been pushing Jinder so hard that I wouldn't put it past them to be like, no, this is how much we are dedicated to him getting over in the main.
We're going to beat Nakamura.
Yeah, because Nakamura's not like. Did they even make a big deal about? I haven't heard them mention anything about Nakamura's win-loss streak.
No, but they're making a big deal about him as a contender now. Like, they're fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can have them Jinder like skate out of it. He's stolen every win anyhow.
yeah, and they've done nothing to ban the two from ringside, so they'll be there.
Yeah. Yep.
I guess the question is, does the Universal title change hands? And that's a whole new bag of rats. Which is
That's
an
our
analogy.
next match.
Just feel free to use it.
Bag of
That's
rats.
our-
Hashtag bag of rats.
Dude, that's a hell of a hashtag. Hashtag bag of rats.
I'm going with Nakamura just because I like him. I want him to win.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it's
I
going to
mean,
happen.
no, it would make sense if Nakamura won and Lesnar retained. If you're gonna,
Well, keep in mind that before all this UFC talk came about, I'm getting ahead of myself, but
You are.
Lesnar's already been advertised locally for New Jersey. So
Mm-hmm.
Card subject to change, motherfucker. I think Heyman screws Lesnar.
Ooh.
Sides
they
with
already did
sides
that.
with
They already did that in 2002. It didn't work well.
sides with Joe.
You know what? Because he's been too hard on Joe with the whole "you're not Samoan" thing. No, because the only reason Heyman has a job is because Lesnar refuses to talk, and made them hire Heyman. So he said after he came back, he called Heyman and said, "I'm never fucking doing this again. You're coming back."
It was pretty awful when he was on his own.
Yeah, he had Johnny talking.
The best promo Lesnar's ever cut was that Hawk scream.
I remember. No, I think Heyman was there for that one with the Undertaker. Let's do this. It was like really weird. It was like before WrestleMania. It was really dumb.
Remember when they jammed that pencil into his hand?
Yeah. It might have been that.
Lesnar's been in some zany bits, huh?
He did something within the last year where he like Paul Heyman was going to talk and he stepped in and talked and it was actually compelling.
When he talked shit
Yeah, a few
to
weeks
Joe
ago.
in that opening segment with Joe,
Yeah.
when this feud started, the four-way feud, and he
You don't deserve shit.
went into business for himself and started talking shit to everybody.
It was good.
The reason it was good is because he was laughing the whole time. Anyway, did we all get a definitive answer for Nakamura's match? Did we?
Yeah, Trick says shit.
I'm the only person picking Jinder.
Okay.
Don't hinder
Didn't
gender.
Dave pick not gender? Didn't he say that? Oh, he was saying gender retains, right?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
I said you just played a good-ass devil's advocate then.
Jesus.
I was making the point that there's no way that they're giving Nakamura his first loss. That was my
going on about how.
That was Brian. Brian was going on a rant.
Oh, was it?
I was on a rant.
Okay. So this main event is fucking. I want Joe to win. I'd be okay with Brock winning. Both of the other two choices I don't like.
Come on. You know it's already in your head. Rollins and Ambrose won the tag belts. They come out at the end.
No, I think Roman Mania no matter what. I think Roman doesn't get that Universal title till Mania.
Get that hashtag cancel WWE Network Roman again.
The only way that a Shield reunion happens is if they lose and then Roman loses. So they all are like distraught. There's no way they all win and they're all like, well, now we need each other now that we're all winning.
They come out and help Roman win.
That's what I was meaning. Yeah. They could help Roman win the belt and then they're all champs and
everything you're saying is silly talk. It ain't happening.
Nah.
And then they can all come out to his music together.
But come on, you could see Vince like, oh, goddamn.
No, Vince apparently doesn't see money in the Shield.
No. Oh. They're all individual stars.
But I swear they were over. I don't know where this revisionist history came from.
They were over.
Never drew a dime because they main evented every fucking show for a year.
Mm-hmm.
The Shield cumulatively sold way more merch than Roman Reigns had.
Just remember how important the Shield was wrestling at WrestleMania 29 against the Big Show, Sheamus, and someone else.
Was Ryback in there somewhere?
No, Ryback was against Mark Henry.
Oh, yeah.
It was ridiculous.
It wasn't. Yeah. The next few was Kane and the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, 30 was, that was Kane and the New Age Outlaws. They crushed him in like 5 minutes.
And they all had those masks.
Yep.
So, yeah, I want Joe to win.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good swervy thing because Joe, I will tell you that the house shows coming out of this pay-per-view, Joe is feuding with Cena. So I can see that being for the title. It doesn't need the title, though. So Brock winning, I think, because Brock is advertised for No Mercy, and they're pushing this stipulation so hard that it's got to be a swerve, and he sticks around. I mean, it's easy to write him off, and they can just bring him back. But I think they're focusing on it too much. Everyone assumes he's leaving, so no, he's not.
It would be he would have to have a reason to come back, which is why I go Joe with Heyman screwing him. So he comes back and is like, no, I want the guy that, I get my rematch. I want my title rematch, kind of.
Well, on Raw, Heyman said he gives spoilers, right? Not predictions, and that Lesnar's definitely winning. I feel like there's some truth to that. Never lie.
It's a work.
It's a work.
I'm most inclined to think that Lesnar is winning. But I also could see Braun Strowman winning.
Oh, Jesus.
It's hard to... Man, this is rough, because I definitely feel like Strowman is turning...
Hotshot Strowman.
Strowman is turning out to be the actual face of the company that they keep thinking. Right?
Can we do confidence picks?
Oh, in this match?
Yeah, confidence picks. Whew. 4 points to the winner. For if you pick, confidence picks. I think we should do confidence picks for the main event.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I, so I don't feel it.
Pick the 4 or the 1 to 4.
You pick them from 1 to 4. Yeah. So most likely to least likely. Okay. If your most likely wins, you get 4 points. Yeah. If your least likely wins, you get 1 point.
That still doesn't help me.
Yeah.
But I think it would be interesting with the bottom.
It also would be a pain in the ass for me to write this out. So I'd like.
Yeah.
I'll write it out. I'll write it.
No, we got it. It's fine.
Pick your pick, and then I just want the other 3 in order. I'm going Joe, Strowman, Lesnar, Reigns.
Hold on.
Why do you think?
I need to,
What's that?
I need to format it like it's Excel. Hold on. In notes, which is impossible.
Plug a formula in there.
Use a spreadsheet.
An equal sign first.
I'm surprised so many of you are picking Joe. I want to because I want him to win, but I'm not that confident.
They're going to run out of time.
Is it the same?
Yeah, we got like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked my pick, so.
I have no clue what you said. So hold on. All right. So in your order of preference, you said Joe,
Strowman,
Lesnar,
Reigns.
All right.
I mean, props to them for making it so rough. I mean, that is a match that will be interesting to see. It just sucks because there's two that I definitively don't want to win. One I do, and one I'd be okay with. So,
who do you not want to win?
Reigns or Strowman?
Strowman? You don't want Strowman to win.
It would be a fresh change if he did, but I don't think he's ready for that.
I don't like Strowman. I don't like him.
But he's so sympathetic after, Reigns tried to murder him.
Yeah.
He tried to murder Reigns first, and they keep ignoring that.
Well,
where?
When he threw him off the loading dock.
All right, Damien.
That's not going to kill someone. You don't run someone.
It hurts people.
Go ahead.
He trashed an ambulance too.
He did. He tipped it over.
Damien, what's your choices here?
Brock, Joe, Strowman, Reigns. No, I believe it's pronounced Roman.
Fuck Roman.
Brian?
Mine are the same as Damien's.
Pussy.
I literally had it in my head. He just beat me to it.
So I pretty much had something similar. I'm picking. Where is it? I put. No, I did it. I did the exact same thing. I already wrote mine out. Brock, Joe, Braun, Reigns.
So basically, I get more points if I'm right.
Basically.
What's the rest of your order, Dave? Joe.
Same as Tricks, but flip Reigns and Lesnar. Joe, Strowman, Lesnar, Reigns. And Andy's could be different. Tricks is different. And we never got to see Oraso.
Did someone tip her off? No.
Just saying. And if we're going to play Dave's Listicles tonight, it's going to have to be off the record.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, we're out a few minutes.
I just want to know who the guest was.
No, it was just a swerve. There was no guest.
All right. Well, everyone.
I was very intrigued by that guest thing. I was like, is Just Incredible coming back on?
Everyone's picks are locked in.
Do we want to do a listicle real quick?
Yeah.
Well, let's wait for the time to run out. So
yeah, we only got a few minutes.
Cliffhanger for the next episode.
You don't know if. Okay, fine. So you don't know if you started at 10 exactly, do you?
You started 10 after?
I waited for 10. At 9, I was like, I'm fed up, and then I waited a minute to hit start. So it'd be.
All right,
so we're gonna pick the Horsemen in the after party.
No, we're gonna pick members of the
Horsemen.
Horsemen.
No. Instead, we're gonna do Nation of Domination because we only have 3 minutes.
All
right, go
ahead. D-Generation X, go.
D-Generation X, go. Rick Rude.
Members of the Shield.
Original incarnation or new?
Wait,
Shield?
Michael Cole? He was in there, right?
There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people that were in DX.
10 people are DX?
11.
Yeah, so China, Rick Rude, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, X-Pac, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn. How many is that?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yep. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4 people you have missed.
Oh, man.
Shit. Are you counting the DX band?
Tori.
I'm counting. Nope, I'm not. Tori was one of them.
Stephanie McMahon.
Ah,
yep.
yeah.
Now you're down to 2 people.
Kane.
Yep, now you're down to 1. 1 person.
Mankind?
Get it before time. What's that?
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle was the 10th.
Yeah. Well, that's sitting during the Dark Ages I didn't watch for me. Hornswoggle in DX.
Technically, he was the mascot.
But he was in it.
For what it's worth, though, I need more members than Damien did. They were just all the obvious ones.
Right.
I was a way bigger DX fan than NWO fan. That was much easier.
NWO was fun.
And I was like a nerdy DX fan who counted Kane as a member because X-Pac said it one night like that. And it was the night that he swerved him, but it counted like.
Right. He was in it. We're not going to do the Dudleys, right? We said we're not doing the Dudleys?
No.
I already named them all.
You did. You named them all last week.
Yeah.
I think it was off the record by then, though.
Let's see. We're not doing aces and eights.
Oh, fuck no.
We're not going to. My other one was the Alliance. I thought the Alliance would be a good one.
That is
we could dedicate.
I feel pretty confident about it.
I feel confident on that one. I watched that whole deal.